What's wrong?
We've lost Jeremy.
Hélène? Hélène?
Qu'est-ce qu'elle n'en va pas, ma petite?
Il a essayé de me violer.
She says a man assaulted her.
Who was it?
Qui est-ce que c'était?
C'était Jérémy. Jérémy Bradford.
Non.
Any luck? He's not in town. He's not down by the barn.
Oh, I'm gonna kill him.
Clay, we don't know.
Elaine's far too upset to see anyone.
We just want to clear this up.
Well, I don't see how you could do that.
She must have meant somebody else.
She was very clear about it, as we reported to Mr. Elwood. Good day.
Who's that?
It's the county prosecutor.
A good beating, that's what he needs.
Yes, dear.
If he wasn't leaving with his tail between his legs.
Mother, when exactly did you hire Helene back?
Why on earth does that matter?
It was just such a surprise to see her here yesterday, after you'd made such a fuss and fired her for taking an afternoon off to have a date with Jeremy.
You know, dear, I'm convinced it's this inquisitive nature of yours that keeps gentlemen callers at bay. Is that why Sean rejected you?
He did not reject me.
So it was because you were argumentative.
They come again, notify me immediately. Yes, sir.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate your good care of us, John.
I'm only too happy to help. There are times when one requires the authority that a man can bring to bear. And with Mr. Winter's incapacity...
Well, there's always William.
Yes.
Not that I don't appreciate your help.
Well, I hope you will find that I can be of help in many situations.
Thank you, John.
Hey, Pa. Mr. Elwood sent a message. He wants a private word with you at the Jockey Club.
That's what he said? A private word? That's good.
How's it good?
Well, he obviously wants to handle this in an informal, friendly way.
Go into town and inform Mr. Elwood that Mr. Bradford has violated his court order and that we are holding him here.
I assume you're not a flight risk?
I never should have gone over there.
You're right. You only made yourself look violent.
Guilty.
There's going to be a preliminary hearing tomorrow. See if there's enough evidence to take this case to trial. You're going to have to hold your temper and your tongue. We have to make this judge believe you're the most honorable gentleman in the county.
And settle for not guilty.
Yeah. You said you had proof.
You have Helene's word.
As translated by you.
Now, what are you suggesting?
When we go to court, the judge will appoint a translator who may not have the same interpretation of Helene's evidence as you do. And more importantly, we have no hard evidence that Bradford was the assailant.
Oh, but his past, his
It's
reputation.
not enough to convict him. And I will not try a case I cannot win.
What if I can provide some tangible evidence?
What do you mean, provide?
Well, if you win the case, does it really matter? I know you have ambitions beyond the county. Don't tell me it hasn't occurred to you that taking on the Logans will show you're not afraid to take on anybody.
It would. If I win.
I'll see that you do.
I have some more laundry for you.
Oh, yes, Miss Alice.
What's this?
Well, that's Jeremy's jacket.
Stop.
Her dress was torn, Jeremy.
Jeremy Bradford.
Alice?
I'm not going, Lexi.
Astonished you'd even attempt to interfere with a legal proceeding.
Wait a second, Dennis.
You misunderstood. I only suggested that you not believe everything the Winters tell you.
That everything the Logans tell me is fresh from God? Listen, trying to throw your political weight around will only make it worse for Bradford. And for you.
Hey, Dennis.
She says she saw his face in the moonlight.
So you're absolutely certain? You swear on the Bible that it was this man who assaulted you?
Your Honor, the young lady has already answered that question. We respectfully request that she be excused.
You're excused, miss.
Call Mrs. Asa Winters.
Court calls Mrs. Asa Winters.
Oh, yes, he called on Elaine countless times. He was completely infatuated with her. My servants had to turn him away.
That isn't true.
She rejected him over and over in my presence.
I swear that isn't true.
Quiet.
I remember on one occasion he kicked a table. A lovely Louis XIV's piece with a Ming porcelain vase on it. It was a gift to my poor husband from the governor. They were shattered beyond repair.
That is a lie!
Quiet.
I still have the pieces if you'd like to see them, Your Honor.
She's lying.
How dare you call my mother a liar?
Order.
I shall expect satisfaction. Your choice of weapons.
Order. Order. Mrs. Winters lied, Alice.
You never called on Helene?
Well, yes, but that was before. But she lied about everything else.
So everyone is lying except you.
Apparently.
Then how do you explain this?
Where did you find this?
In the pocket of your jacket.
Well, I can't explain it, Alice, because I don't know how it got there. Look, Alice, don't you see the more evidence like this that piles up, the more obvious it is that I'm innocent?
I'm sorry, but that's just a little bit too complicated for me.
His father should have taught him how to shoot.
I imagine Mr. Winters never suspected this day would come.
Neither did I.
Events sometimes overtake our intentions. I think it might be best if we transported Elaine to someplace she'd be safe from further probing. We could say that she was ill from fright, and then she would recover in time to testify at the trial. Allow me to take care of it.
I seem to always be in your debt, Mr. Turner.
I so much preferred it when you called me John.
John.
I can't talk to you, Ned. Who else can I talk to? Morgan Elwood's manufacturing evidence. That's a pretty serious charge. Why would he do that? I don't know. All I know is he's looking to use this as a stepping stone for something.
Tomorrow.
Then he's accepted your challenge.
At dawn.
Perhaps we could put it off for a day or two while William
Learns to shoot?
Thank you so very much for your support, Vivian.
I hope you will allow me the honor of being your second.
Don't you have any better ideas than that?
Well, as your second, the Code Duello states that I can chance or choose to become the principal. All we need to do is to inform them that I am dueling in your place.
Must you inform them?
It is required by the code.
It's not your fight, John.
Vivian, a lady should never interrupt a gentleman.
Miss Winters, I appreciate your concern, but I feel certain I have nothing to fear from Mr. Bradford.
Neither of us does.
In that case, William, you are honor-bound to duel him yourself.
Mr. Turner's... John's honor is on the line too, Vivian, dear. It would be disrespectful to deny him.
But...
Miss Winters, your mother's trust and respect for me demand that I serve this family. The only family that I know.
At least let me show you how to
I know how to shoot, remember? I'm just a common criminal.
Why even bother?
Excuse me?
Why risk getting shot? Well, why did you just run away? That's what you usually do, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I guess if you're dead.
Jeremy makes it look like we're the ones who've done something wrong.
Alice, this letter just came. I think it's important. It's from the Winners.
Where's Pa?
At the stables.
I'm going to put a stop to this.
Scott, you could get killed.
You're making me nervous.
Good. Good, you should be nervous. Listen, I can talk to William. He likes
Do
me.
you believe that I assaulted Helene?
I'm gonna go talk to William.
No. I can take care of myself.
WCGV Channel 24, Milwaukee.
It is outrageous and unfair of you to replace William.
The code permits it.
At least Mr. Turner understands what it means to be a gentleman.
Turner. He doesn't understand the meaning of the word.
Apparently you don't believe that besmirching a lady's honor is sufficient cause for retribution.
Georgina, if I have done anything to offend you, I apologize.
That's something you should have thought of before.
Mr. Logan. I didn't know you were here.
He was just leaving.
We haven't finished.
We have.
Georgina, if this is because of what happened in town the morning of the party, you put me in a very awkward position.
What conceit. Do you dare to assume that I care how you feel about me?
You set Jeremy up to get back at me. It's been you that's been manipulating this, not Elwood.
Leave this house, sir.
I don't know how you accomplished it, but since your fight is with me and not Jeremy, I am duty-bound to be his second and duel in his place.
But I was the one he challenged.
And I am the one who started it all by rejecting Georgina. You were set up and it's my fault, so it's my fight. No arguments. I am going to duel John Turner tomorrow at dawn. And I am confident that I am going to win.
I don't think this is...
Now leave me alone. All of you.
Gotta stop this.
If we could get to Helene and convince her to do the right thing...
How are we gonna do that? They've hidden her away somewhere.
Well, there's a way, but it's a long shot.
I'll take a long shot.
Lexi, I need you to write me a note in French.
In French?
In French. I'm going to go get her.
We'll get there a whole lot faster.
Jeremy, good job.
Come on, yeah.
Is there no possible reconciliation?
None. None.
The terms as agreed to stand? Ten paces. Turn and fire once.
No, wait!
Where are they?
1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait! Out of the way.
When Elaine heard there was going to be a duel, she insisted on telling the truth.
They kidnapped her. They forced her to come here.
She never had a chance to speak for herself. Put your gun down.
This is completely irregular. Colonel, the offense still stands. Bradford called Mrs. Winters a liar.
Yeah, but what if she is? What if we can prove it?
Clay, get Elaine out of the way.
S'il vous plaît, je dois parler. Please.
Let's hear what the girl has to say. Put your guns down.
I'll translate for her, poor child.
No, you've been behind this from the beginning.
That's outrageous.
It wouldn't be fair to choose a Logan to translate.
Colonel Griffith?
I'm afraid I don't speak French.
Well, then, until we can find a party that's agreeable to
Vivian
both...
can do it. Your own daughter can translate. That would be acceptable. Won't it?
Do I what?
Oui.
Commence.
Votre mère a proposé de me reprendre et de me
My
verser
mother
un
offered to
somme
hire
d'argent
her back
important
and pay her a great deal of money.
à condition que je mette quelque chose dans le verre de Jérémy et...
Mais quoi? Quelle chose?
Mais quelque chose dans le verre de Jérémy et que je prétende qu'il a essayé de m'agresser.
If she would slip something into Jeremy's drink and make it appear as if he tried to assault her.
Et votre mère a dit qu'elle était en colère avec Monsieur Logan.
My mother said she was angry with
Elle
Mr.
connaissait les gens
Logan,
qui croiraient cette histoire à cause de la réputation de Jérémy.
and she knew that people would believe her story because of Jeremy's reputation.
Et moi, je n'avais rien. Je voulais rentrer chez moi, à ma patrie.
Hélène agreed because she was scared, and she had no money, and she wanted to go home to France.
Well, under these circumstances, I think we ought to notify the proper authorities.
Hélène, how could you lie like this?
It's the word of a maid over that of a lady.
Do you really want the proper authorities to investigate this?
I don't know, Sean. Maybe that's the only way to clear Jeremy's reputation.
Unless Mrs. Winters can convince Mr. Elwood to drop the charges.
Well, that's an idea.
Then we have an understanding.
Jeremy.
I trust we also have an understanding.
That's it? And that's it? Bradford gets away with calling you a...
Oh, shut up, William.
Merci. Vivian, thank you.
No. Thank you.
Drive on.
If I were you, I'd mend fences with my own family, Georgina. This little stunt, nobody in town's gonna believe you ever again. You only hurt yourself.
Vivian, are you coming?
I'd rather walk.
Come on.
I'll see you home.
don't blame you for not believing me.
I do.
You were right. What Mrs. Winters did was conniving and mean. And you